The Israeli cabinet recently discussed a legislation that would empower the government to dissolve campus organizations deemed sympathetic to groups engaged in armed struggle against the State of Israel. According to Israeli media outlet Haaretz, the bill, sponsored by lawmaker Linor's son Har-Melech of the far-right Otzma Yehudit party, includes an additional provision preventing individuals convicted of terrorism offenses from pursuing higher education degrees even after completing their prison sentences. Another bill, which would authorize the Council of Higher Education to dismiss lecturers accused of inciting terrorism, was also on the agenda but was postponed for further discussion. These legislative moves have sparked widespread protests on campuses across Israel. Reports indicate that Tel Aviv University suspended classes for half an hour in protest, while the Hebrew University of Jerusalem organized informational sessions regarding these legislations, which critics argue are aimed at silencing dissent in campuses. The legislation has encountered significant opposition from academia. In a joint statement, the academic community cautioned that the bills cast doubt on the entire academic community and could lead to the political persecution of scholars, while highlighting that no faculty member at any Israeli university has ever been convicted of inciting terrorism. The proposed legislation stipulates that individuals convicted of terrorism-related offenses would face varying periods of exclusion from higher education based on their sentences. So those individuals serving 1 year in prison would be barred from academics for 3 years. Longer bans for lengthier sentences. Notably, those who will serve more than a decade in prison could be prohibited from pursuing academic degrees for 20 years following their release. Linor's son Har-Melech has proposed other controversial things also to regulate the Israeli campuses. The Israeli parliament recently advanced a legislation proposed by her to amend the Students' Rights Law of 2007 and allow more Israeli higher education institutes to implement gender separation. The Knesset plenary, in a preliminary reading, passed this proposed law, and it will now be considered by the Knesset committee.